Let me show you something that nobody in the side hustle space wants to admit. The average side hustle brings in $1,122 a month. That sounds great, right? You've probably seen that stat thrown around everywhere. Here's what they never show you: the median, the middle number, the number that tells you what most side hustlers are actually making. $200 a month. 200. That's the median. That's the number hiding behind the flashy average. Meaning half of all side hustlers in America are making $200 or less every single month from their side hustle. That's $6.67 a day. That's not a side hustle. That's a hobby with extra steps. So what separates the $200 side hustler from the $5,000 side hustler? That is exactly what this video is going to tell you. Because the gap between those two people is not luck, connections, or starting capital. It's strategy. And in the next 25 minutes, I'm going to give you the complete strategy, 10 side hustles, ranked by real income data, with a clear action plan for each one. Let's go. A report dropped just last month, February 2026, that quietly confirms something most of us already feel in our gut. 72% of U.S. workers now rely on at least one secondary source of income. 72%. That is nearly 3 out of every 4 working Americans. And here's what makes that number even more striking. 26% of those people say they need a side hustle specifically to cover their bills. Not to save, not to invest, to cover their basic monthly bills on a full-time income that isn't cutting it anymore. The era of one income being enough, for most people, it's over. But here's the thing. The side hustle game is not a level playing field. Some people start a side hustle, and within 6 months they're making thousands of dollars a month from their phone. Other people start a side hustle, put in months of effort, and end up with nothing but wasted time and frustration. The difference is knowing which side hustle to pick and how to execute it correctly. This video gives you both 10 side hustles that actually work in 2026, real income data, clear entry points, and the framework that makes any of them scale. Let's get into it. I'm going to tell you about a side hustle that people call illegal. Not because it breaks any laws, not because it violates any regulations, but because when most people hear how much it pays and how little experience you need to do it, it just doesn't feel like it should be allowed. People are making $5,000 to $10,000 a month doing this from a laptop. No degree, no office, no boss, and they started with $0. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, and 9 other side hustles just like it. In this video, all of them backed by real 2026 income data, all of them tested by real people with real results, all of them fully legal. But before we get to the list, I need to give you the one piece of information that separates the side hustlers making $200 a month from the ones making $5,000. Because without this foundation, no side hustle on earth will work for you. Stay with me. The promise. Before we dive in, let me set the stage with some numbers that will reframe everything you think you know about side hustles in 2026. The global side hustle economy, and yes, it is an economy now, was valued at $556.7 billion in 2024. According to Hostinger's comprehensive 2026 analysis, that number has continued to grow every single year since 2020. We are not talking about a trend. We are not talking about a phase. We are talking about a permanent structural shift in how people earn money. 80 million Americans currently have a side hustle, 39% of the working population. Among millennials, 50%. Among Gen Z, in some surveys as high as 57%. And an additional 35 million people are planning to start one in the next 12 months. Here's what this tells me. The question is no longer, should I have a side hustle? The question is now, which one is worth my time, and how do I execute it at a level that actually changes my financial life? That's the answer this video delivers. We're going through 10 real, tested, data-backed side hustles, ranging from things you can start this weekend with $0 to things that can scale into a full-time income, replacing your 9-to-5 entirely. And for every single one, I'm giving you the real income range, the real startup cost, the real time commitment, and the exact first step. No generic lists. No recycled advice. No hype without substance. Just the 10 that actually work. Starting with something that kills most side hustlers before they even start. The foundation. Why 90% of side hustles fail before month 3. The foundation. And I'm putting this before any specific hustle because without it, none of the 10 hustles I'm about to give you will work. I've seen it too many times. People get excited about a side hustle idea, spend 2 weeks setting it up, and quit by month 3. Every time. And it comes down to 3 failure patterns. Failure pattern 1. Picking the wrong hustle for the wrong reasons. Most people pick a side hustle based on what they see someone else doing, what sounds impressive, or what promises the fastest money. This is backwards. The side hustle that succeeds is the one that sits at the intersection of 3 things. What you're good at, what the market pays for, and what you can sustain consistently when it's not going well yet. That third one is the killer. When it's not going well yet is when most people quit. Failure pattern 2. Treating it like a hobby instead of a business. Here's the data on this. According to Side Hustle Nation's 2026 survey, the average side hustler spends just 8 hours a week on their hustle. That's completely doable. But within those 8 hours, there's a massive quality difference between someone who is working with intention, tracking their income, improving their process, and targeting higher-paying clients, versus someone who is casually dabbling and hoping things pick up. Failure pattern 3. The shiny object switch. You start one hustle, spend a month building it, don't see immediate results, hear about something else that seems easier and switch. Then switch again. Then switch again. And 3 years later, you started 6 side hustles and none of them has reached critical mass because you never stayed long enough to get past the slow start. Here's the antidote to all 3 patterns. Pick one hustle from this list that matches your skills and schedule. Give it 90 days of consistent, intentional effort. Don't evaluate it at week 2 or week 4. Evaluate it at day 90. The data is clear. Almost every successful side hustle goes through a slow, discouraging early phase before the results compound. The people who push past it, they win. The people who don't, they add to that $200 median statistic. All right, foundation laid. Now, let's get into the hustles. Side hustle number 1. This one has the lowest barrier to entry of anything on this list. It requires literally 0 startup capital, and the income ceiling is significantly higher than most people expect. Here's what I mean. Hustle number 1. Freelance writing and content creation. The $25, $150/hour invisible goldmine. Side hustle number 1. Freelance writing and content creation. And before you say, I'm not a great writer, I want you to keep listening, because this hustle has a version for almost everyone. Here's the state of freelance writing in 2026. Businesses of every size need content. Blogs, email newsletters, website copy, social media captions, product descriptions, scripts for YouTube videos, LinkedIn posts, press releases, case studies. The demand for written content has not decreased, it has expanded. And here is the counterintuitive reality of the AI era. While AI tools can generate basic content, businesses are willing to pay premium rates for human writers who can bring nuance, brand voice, research, and real storytelling that AI consistently gets wrong. According to Hostinger's 2026 data, freelance writers and bloggers earn an average of $52 an hour for skilled work. And that number goes significantly higher for specialized niches like finance, healthcare, legal, and technology. On platforms like Upwork, the average project pays between $1,500 and $7,000 for substantive content work. Here's the income breakdown that makes this real. A beginner freelance writer can charge $25 to $50 per hour and typically land their first client within 2 to 4 weeks. An intermediate writer with a niche focus and a small portfolio hits $50 to $100 per hour. A specialist writer in a high-demand industry commands $100 to $150 per hour and can earn $5,000 to $8,000 a month working part-time hours. The path. Start by writing 3 to 5 sample pieces in a niche you understand. finance, health, tech, marketing, parenting. Pick what you know. Create a free profile on Upwork, Fiverr, or PropBlogger. Apply to 10 jobs in your first week. Expect to hear nothing from most of them. Apply to 10 more. Your first client is your proof of concept. After that, a single 5-star review becomes your marketing department. Starting cost, $0. Time to first client, 2 to 4 weeks. Monthly income potential, $1,000 to $8,000 depending on hours and rates. This is the hustle most people overlook because it doesn't feel techy enough. That's exactly why the competition is lower than people assume. Now, what if writing isn't your thing? What if you're more a visual, strategic, or people person? Side hustle number 2 might be the most in-demand skill of the entire social media era, and the market is currently flooded with demand and short on qualified people. HUSL number 2, social media management, the skill every business on earth currently needs. Side hustle number 2, social media management. And let me immediately address the objection most people have, but everyone knows how to use social media. Wrong. Everyone knows how to scroll social media. Almost nobody knows how to use it strategically to grow a business. That gap is your income opportunity. Here's the reality of the market in 2026. According to Side Hustle Nation's latest data, social media management is one of the top 5 most in-demand freelance skills globally. And Joe Bright's 2026 analysis shows social media managers earning between $35 and $80 per hour for skilled work, with an average monthly retainer of $1,000 to $3,000 per client. Do that math with me. If you manage 5 local business clients at $1,000 a month each, that's $5,000 a month in recurring monthly income. 5 clients, each taking roughly 4 to 6 hours of work per week to manage. That's 25 hours a week for $5,000 a month. That is $200 per hour when you break it down. And here's what makes this hustle particularly powerful in 2026. Local businesses. Most social media advice focuses on chasing big corporate clients. But your local restaurant, your local real estate agent, your local dentist, your local gym, these businesses desperately need someone to run their Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. They don't understand the platforms. They don't have time to learn. And they will pay $500 to $2,000 a month for someone who does. The path. Learn the basics of one platform deeply. Instagram is the most beginner-friendly. Canva makes creating professional-looking content completely accessible with zero design experience. Create a free sample content plan for a local business you like. Walk in and offer to run their social media for the first month for free or reduced cost in exchange for a testimonial. One testimonial and a visible result is all you need to charge full rate. Starting cost, $0 to $50 for Canva Pro. Time to first client, 2 to 6 weeks. Monthly income potential, $1,000 to $5,000 for 3 to 5 clients. This is a hustle you can build entirely around local relationships and a phone. No tech degree required. Now, we're moving from service-based income, where you trade time for money, into the territory most people dream about. Side hustle number 3 has made some creators completely stop offering services and go all in on products. Because unlike a service, a digital product can sell while you're asleep. Here's how it works. HUSL number 3, AI-powered digital produce TTS. The scalable income machine running 24/7. Side hustle number 3. And this is the one that produced a 218,000 view viral video that is currently the fastest growing content in this exact niche right now, for a reason. Because the results are real and the barrier to entry has never been lower. AI-powered digital products. Here's what this means. You use AI tools to help you create digital products that you sell on platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, or Paytip. The products can be anything digital. Notion templates, Resume templates, budget spreadsheet templates, digital planners, AI prompt packs, printable workbooks, Canva graphic templates. You create the product once. You list it, and every time someone buys it, you get paid. Zero additional work per sale. Zero inventory, zero shipping, zero customer interaction in most cases. The income potential on this is staggering, and I mean that with evidence. On Etsy alone, the top digital product sellers make $10,000 to $50,000 a month from template shops they built over 12 to 18 months. The average successful digital product seller makes $500 to $5,000 a month in what is genuinely passive income once the products are created and listed. Here's where AI changes the game completely in 2026. Creating a Notion template used to require design skill and days of work. Now, you use Claude AI or ChatGPT to help you structure the logic, Canva to make it look professional, and list it on Etsy in a single afternoon. Creating a 30-page printable budget planner that would have taken a week of work 2 years ago now takes 2 to 4 hours with AI assistance. The production barrier has essentially disappeared. The path. Identify a niche with proven demand. Finance planners, productivity templates, fitness trackers, wedding planning tools, study guides. These consistently rank among Etsy's top digital categories. Create 3 to 5 products in your chosen niche. List them with strong keyword-optimized titles and descriptions. Price between $3 and $15 for entry-level products. Volume is the game at this price point. Reinvest early earnings into Etsy ads at $1 to $3 per day to accelerate visibility. Starting cost: $0 to $100 for Canva Pro and minimal Etsy listing fees. Time to first sale: 4 to 12 weeks. Monthly income potential: $500 to $10,000 plus, depending on product volume and niche strength. The ceiling on this one is limited only by how many products you create. Yahoo sale number 4. UGC creation. Get paid by brands without a single follower. Side hustle number 4. And this is the one that surprises people the most every single time I mention it. UGC. User-generated content creation. And before you say, "But I don't have any followers," that's exactly the point. UGC creators are not influencers. You don't need an audience. You don't need a following. You need a phone, a decent well-lit space, and the ability to confidently talk about a product on camera. Here's how it works. Brands need authentic video content for their Instagram ads, TikTok ads, Facebook ads, and website pages. Polished, corporate-looking ads no longer convert the way they used to. Audiences have developed what marketers call ad blindness to overly produced content. What converts in 2026 is authentic, relatable, person-on-camera content that looks like an honest review or recommendation. That's UGC. Brands pay between $25 and $100 per video, and many pay more for UGC creators to film themselves using, reviewing, or recommending their products. The creator retains no responsibility for running ads or growing a following. They simply film the content, send the files, and get paid. That's it. According to Joe Bright's 2026 analysis, UGC creation has a time to first income of 1 to 4 weeks and requires exactly zero startup cost if you already own a smartphone. The biggest UGC creators who scale this into a real business. Managing multiple brand partnerships simultaneously. Earn $3,000 to $8,000 a month. The path. Build a simple UGC portfolio of 3 to 5 sample videos for products you already own at home. Post them on a new TikTok or Instagram account specifically as your creator portfolio, not for followers, but as proof of work. Pitch brands directly through their Instagram DMs or email. Use platforms like Billo, Join Brands, or Creator.co to connect with brands actively looking for UGC creators. Starting cost: $0. Time to first brand deal: 1 to 4 weeks. Monthly income: $500 to $8,000. The barrier to this one is purely psychological. Pick up your phone and film. That's step 1. Stop. Right here, for 30 seconds. We've covered 4 hustles: freelance writing, social media management, AI digital products, UGC creation. 4 completely different entry points, $0 to $100 in startup costs combined, and a combined monthly income ceiling of over $25,000. But the second half of this video is where the real money lies. We're about to cover the side hustle with the highest long-term income ceiling of anything on this list. We're covering how to turn skills you already get paid for at your 9 to 5 into a completely separate income stream. We're going deep on 2 hustles that pay you while you sleep, not someday, but within months of starting. And we're ending with the one framework that takes any hustle from the $200 median to the $5,000 reality. You want to be in that top tier. Stay in. If this is already giving you value, subscribe right now. I'll see you in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey USDL number 5. YouTube OETONATIAN. The faceless channel generating passive income. Side hustle number 5. And I'll tell you up front, this one takes the longest to build. But it has the highest long-term passive income ceiling of anything on this list. And in 2026, the tools to do it have never been more accessible. YouTube automation, also called a faceless YouTube channel. The concept: you create a YouTube channel built around a specific high-demand niche. You never appear on camera. You use AI voiceovers, stock footage, and B-roll to create educational or entertainment content. You upload consistently for 6 to 12 months. And then, the channel starts generating AdSense revenue, affiliate commissions, and sponsorships on autopilot. This is not a fantasy. According to Hostinger's 2026 data, successful YouTube channels in niches like personal finance, motivation, true crime, business, and health generate between $2 and $10 per thousand views in AdSense revenue. A channel pulling 500,000 views a month, which many faceless automation channels reach within 12 to 18 months in the right niche, generates $1,000 to $5,000 a month in ad revenue alone. Add affiliate commissions, and the number climbs significantly higher. And here's what makes 2026 the best time in history to start this. AI tools have slashed the production cost and time to near zero. Script, AI. Voiceover, 11 Labs or similar AI voice tools for under $25 a month. Editing, CapCut and free editing software handle the basics. Thumbnails, Canva. The total production cost per video can be under $10. The upside is unlimited. The path: choose a niche with proven demand and advertiser interest. Finance, health, relationships, self-improvement, technology, all strong. Create your first 5 videos in the first 2 weeks. Commit to 1 video per week minimum. Focus on keyword-optimized titles and thumbnails from day 1. The first 6 months will feel slow. Stay. The channels that hit month 12 are the ones that build into meaningful passive income. Starting cost: $0 to $50 per month in tools. Time to first revenue: 3 to 6 months to monetization. Monthly income potential: $1,000 to $20,000 plus at scale. This is the one that changes your financial life if you execute with patience. Now, what if you've been in a career for years and you have skills that people would pay serious money for? Side hustle number 6 is the one most professionals completely overlook because it's right under their nose. And it might be the fastest path to $1,000 a month of anything on this list. HUSL number 6. Freelance ULTING. Turn the skills you already get paid for into a second paycheck. Side hustle number 6. And this is the one with the highest hourly rate of almost anything on this list. And it requires nothing new. No new skills to learn. No new tools to buy. Just the experience and knowledge you've already spent years building at your job. Freelance consulting. Here's the insight. Every piece of expertise you use at your 9 to 5 is knowledge that smaller businesses, startups, and entrepreneurs would pay you directly for. If you work in marketing, you can consult on marketing strategy. If you work in finance or accounting, you can help small businesses with their finances. If you work in HR, companies need HR consulting. IT, operations, project management, legal, healthcare. Every industry has a consulting market. According to Joe Bright's 2026 data, freelance consultants in marketing Finance, and Strategy command $75 to $200 plus per hour consistently. On Upwork, a single consulting project in these fields pays $1,500 to $7,000 on average. That means one project per month at the lower end covers $1,500. Two projects at the higher end covers $14,000. The psychological barrier here is the most common one I encounter. Who am I to consult? I'm not an expert, and I want to address that directly. You don't need to be the world's leading authority. You need to know more than the person you're helping, which in most cases, you do. A marketing manager with 5 years of brand experience knows infinitely more about marketing than the local business owner who is trying to figure it out between managing their store and serving customers. The path. Update your LinkedIn profile today to indicate you're available for consulting work. Write one post per week sharing a specific professional insight, not self-promotion, but genuine knowledge. Join one Slack group or online community in your professional niche and contribute value consistently. Reach out to 3 former colleagues or clients and ask if they know anyone who could use your expertise. The first consulting client almost always comes from your existing network. Starting cost, 0. Time to first client, 2 to 6 weeks. Monthly income potential, $1,500 to $15,000 depending on hours, rate, and niche. This is the most underutilized income source for working professionals alive today. Hustle number 7. Print on demand. The business that runs itself. Side hustle number 7. 0 startup capital. 0 inventory. 0 shipping. 0 customer service in most cases. And genuinely passive income once set up. This is print on demand. Here's the model. You create custom designs for products like t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, foam cases, tote bags, and wall art. You list them on platforms like Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, or through Printful connected to your own Etsy or Shopify store. When a customer buys, the platform prints the item, ships it directly to the customer, handles returns, and sends you the profit margin. You never touch the product. You never buy inventory. You never handle fulfillment. The income model, a t-shirt selling for $25 with a $12 profit margin, earns you $12 per sale. Sell 100 shirts a month, which is completely achievable in a niche with demand. And that's $1,200 per month from designs you created once. Scale to 500 sales across multiple products, which is what established print-on-demand sellers do, and you're at $6,000 per month. And here's the 2026 advantage. AI tools make design creation accessible to people with 0 artistic skill. Tools like Canva, Midjourney, and Adobe Firefly can generate high-quality, original design concepts that you then customize and list. The design process that used to require a graphic designer now takes 30 minutes and $0. The path. Choose a passionate, specific niche. Dog lovers, nurses, gamers, gym culture, teachers, political humor. Niche products dramatically outperform generic ones because the buyers feel personally connected to the design. Create 20 to 30 designs in your first month and list them across multiple platforms to maximize discoverability. It's a volume game early on. The more products you have listed, the more surface area you have for sales. Starting cost, $0 to $30. Time to first sale, 4 to 12 weeks. Monthly income potential, $500 to $6,000 plus at scale. The caveat, this one requires patience to build. But once it's running, it is genuinely one of the most passive income streams available to anyone with a laptop and internet connection. Now let's come back to earth for a second, because the next hustle is the absolute fastest way to put money in your pocket. We're talking this weekend. No setup, no platform, no waiting. Just effort directly converted into cash within 72 hours. Hustle number 8. Local services. First dollar this weekend, guaranteed. Side hustle number 8. The fastest income on this entire list. No platform. No waiting for clients. No algorithm to beat. just a service that people in your neighborhood will pay for today. Local services. And I want to start with a specific one, because Forbes literally published a February 2026 article identifying it as the fastest growing side hustle in the United States right now. Mobile car washing. Here's why mobile car washing is exploding in 2026. People are busier than ever. Car washes have become expensive, and almost every American has a car they wish was cleaner. A mobile car detailer who comes to your home or office and washes your car in your driveway is a premium, convenient service that people gladly pay $50 to $150 per vehicle for. You need a pressure washer, basic cleaning supplies, and a bucket. Total setup cost, $100 to $300, and you can recover that investment on your first day of clients. But mobile car washing is just the headline. The local services economy is enormous and growing. Lawn care averages $50 to $150 per visit. House cleaning averages $100 to $250 per visit. Pressure washing driveways and decks averages $100 to $400 per job. Dog walking on apps like Rover and Wag pays $20 to $40 per walk, with regular clients booking weekly. Furniture assembly, handyman services, grocery delivery, moving help. The list of things your neighbors will pay for is endless. The math. If you do 4 mobile car washes on a Saturday at $75 each, you make $300 in one day. To bet every Saturday, $1,200 a month. Add 2 cleaning jobs at $150 each during the week, $1,500 a month part-time. That is the $200 median becoming a $1,500 reality from services that require nothing but your time and a few basic tools. The path. Post on Nextdoor and Facebook Marketplace this week. Offer one free or deeply discounted service to a neighbor in exchange for a review and a photo. One real-world testimonial with a before and after photo is worth more in local marketing than any paid ad. Build from there. Starting cost, $0 to $300. Time to first dollar, this weekend. Monthly income potential, $800 to $3,000 part-time. This is the most underrated hustle on this list. HUSL number 9 and number 10. Online tutoring plus affiliate marketing plus the scaling framework. Side hustles 9 and 10. I'm covering these together because they both share one quality that makes them perfect complements to everything else on this list. They leverage existing knowledge and existing behavior to generate income with minimal additional effort. Side hustle 9. Online tutoring and coaching. If you have knowledge in any subject area, math, science, history, coding, English, test prep, music, fitness, cooking, finance, any professional skill, there are people who will pay you to teach them. Platforms like Tutor.com, Preply, Superprof, and OutSchool connect tutors with students globally, and according to JobRight's 2026 data, online tutors earn $25 to $80 per hour with a beginner-to-client timeline of 2 to 6 weeks. The most profitable niche in online tutoring right now, financial coaching and money management. Given everything we've been building on this channel, the investing knowledge, the budgeting frameworks, the financial strategy, this is a hustle that aligns perfectly with content creators in the finance space. Teaching what you know is the shortest distance between knowledge and income. Side hustle 10, affiliate marketing. And I want to be direct here. Affiliate marketing is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but as a complement to other hustles, particularly if you're creating any type of content. YouTube videos, a newsletter, social media posts, a blog. It is one of the most powerful sources of truly passive income available. You recommend products or services you genuinely use and believe in, include your unique affiliate link, and earn a commission every time someone purchases through your link. Amazon Associates, Sherry is Sale, ClickBank, and individual brand affiliate programs make this accessible to creators of any size. The key insight: affiliate marketing multiplies the income of everything else on this list. You make content about side hustles and link to the tools you recommend. You tutor financial planning and link to the books and apps you reference. You run a social media account and link to the services your audience needs. The commissions are additive to your primary hustle income, often requiring zero additional work once the content is published. And here's the framework that ties every hustle on this list together, the three-phase scaling system. Phase 1. Start with the hustle that matches your current skills and gets you to your first $500. Phase 2. Use that first income to invest in better tools, a small advertising budget, or additional platforms that expand your reach. Phase 3. Systematize and delegate the repetitive tasks so your time focuses exclusively on the highest value activities. Every hustle on this list, from freelance writing to YouTube automation to print on demand, can scale through these three phases from a side income to a primary income if you follow the framework consistently. 10 side hustles, all of them tested, all of them backed by 2026 data, all of them with a real path from zero to income. Hustle 1. Freelance writing, $0 to start, $1,000 to $8,000 a month. Hustle 2. Social media management. Local businesses are waiting, $1,000 to $5,000 a month. Hustle 3. AI digital products on Etsy. Passive income once built, $500 to $10,000. Hustle 4. UGC creation. No followers needed, $500 to $8,000. Hustle 5. YouTube automation. Highest long-term passive ceiling, $1,000 to $20,000. Hustle 6. Freelance consulting. Use skills you already have, $1,500 to $15,000. Hustle 7. Print and demand. Zero inventory, zero fulfillment, $500 to $6,000. Hustle 8. Local services. First dollar this weekend, $800 to $3,000 part-time. Hustle 9. Online tutoring, $25 to $80 per hour. Start in weeks. Hustle 10. Affiliate marketing, passive income multiplier for everything else. Now let me leave you with the most important thing I can say. 72% of Americans are already relying on secondary income. The world has already changed. The question is not whether you need a side hustle. The data has answered that. The question is whether you're going to be in the half that makes $200 a month from it, or the half that builds something that actually changes their financial trajectory. The answer to that question is not talent. It's not luck. It's not even which hustle you pick. It's whether you pick one, commit to 90 days, and execute with intention. That's it. Everything else is just mechanics, and you just got the mechanics. If this video gave you a clear direction, a specific hustle you're going to start this week, drop it in the comments right now. I want to know which one you're going after. I read every comment. I respond to everyone. And if you're serious about your financial transformation, this channel is built for exactly that. Subscribe. Hit the bell. New content every week. Built around one goal, giving you real knowledge that builds real wealth. I'll see you in the next one.